Hello, everyone, and welcome along to the latest This is the Music Meets podcast, an independent podcast show that shines a light on rising artists and bands from across the new music scene in the UK and Ireland. If you are new to the podcast, then please hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on any future episodes. And it would be fantastic if you could leave us a comment and a little rating as well, as it really does help us beat those Spotify and YouTube algorithms. So it's time for episode 98, and I'm delighted to be joined by a band from Manchester, a band who are really taking the indie world by storm. So it's a very warm welcome to Concrete Club. So it's a very warm welcome to Johnny B, Calvin, Jamie, and Johnny M. It's a real pleasure to have you all here this evening. Thanks very much for coming on. How are you all doing today?
Good. I'm enjoying, especially you just introduced him as Calvin.
Yeah. How are you, Calvin? You all right, mate?
Oh, sorry, I've remembered Callum. Sorry, mate. The old autocorrect here.
Mark Speller, anyway.
And we're the Chipmunks.
I'm Calvin now.
Oh, it's all changed. Excellent. What a start to the podcast. It means utter shambles as always. But here we go. So obviously we've got lots to talk about and obviously find out about your story so far. I've kind of like done the introductions, but maybe we should just double check that I did get how badly I was out. If you could just introduce yourselves and obviously your role within the band.
We'll start with you, Calvin.
Yeah. I'm Mark Speller. I'm Callum Delph. I'm the lead guitarist and main songwriter.
Yeah, I'm Johnny B. I'm the bassist and lead vocalist. My left ear is...
Hi, I'm John McGill. I am the crazy drummer.
And I'm Jamie, and I'm the rhythm guitarist.
Brilliant, great stuff. Well, as I say, thanks very much for coming on. And kind of like then, how did Concrete Club start then? Because am I correct in saying that the band originally was formed in Southampton? Have I got that right?
Yeah, that's right. So me and Calvin went to uni together, and first week of university back in 2015, he walked past my room, and he saw my guitar and my bowie poster on the wall, and he was like, "Nice guitar."
It was a Gibson SG.
It's a nice guitar. So then we started playing music together, and then third year we started this band called Wasp Factory, which was a terrible name with a name given by the book.
It was named after a very, very dark book. Like if you ever really want a dark read that. But the worst part about it was my English teacher was like, "I think you'll love this," and I was like, "Who does she think I am?" Because it's twisted.
The culmination of man cutting his dick off.
He really had his dick cut off his entire life. But anyway, Wasp Factory, awful name.
But yeah, then we moved to Manchester in 2020 and met Johnny McGill and Jamie and started Concrete Club in 2022. We started the band, summer of 2022.
Give him the spiel of the name.
Oh, Concrete Club. I can give you the spiel of the name as well if you want.
Yeah, go for it, yeah.
So the name comes from the mafia in the 70s and 80s. So I was watching a Netflix series called Fear City, which I highly recommend if you want to watch it.
It's all coming out here. We're getting the music recommendations, the books, the series. Love it.
We're nerds, man. We're nerds. And they basically owned all the concrete companies or controlled a lot of the concrete companies in New York, and they called it the Concrete Club. And they used to meet and plan what they were going to do, and stage protests and beat up protesters and things like that. So a lot of the buildings in New York were built by the mafia called the Concrete Club. So we
thought, we took the name.
Well,
we dropped
we dropped the pinstripe suits as well.
Yeah. We're out on that one.
The full shebang then there by the sounds of it. So we'll probably come back in a little while to a couple of other bits and pieces. Various music releases that you've had since you sort of started as a band. But I sort of really want to sort of focus initially on the start of this year. Obviously, January the 1st, you certainly come out into the year with a big bang with the release of Riverswimmin. It's already racked up 8,000 over 8,000 streams, I should say, on Spotify, making it the most streamed song that you've had so far. You must be pretty happy.
I've got a pretty big family.
Brilliant. I mean, you must be pretty happy with how the year started for you so far, right?
Yeah, I didn't expect it, to be honest. So I didn't expect it to be so good. I mean, we knew the song was solid, but I think all the effort that we've been putting in behind the scenes as well has paid off.
Yeah.
Getting that song out there and getting people to hear it, because we know that if people listen to us, they're probably going to like it. It's trying to get yourself into people's ears, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the other songs we got coming out in a sec, but we knew this one was the weirder one. The kind of, let's have some fun. Not that we're not having fun experimenting on the other, but this one was the one where, you know, it's going to be a bit, we thought it'd be a bit Marmite, but, you know, it's just, people loving it. It's got that hook right at the start. Johnny McGill's drums come in, you know.
It's an indie song with a ska beat.
It's an indie song with a ska beat. I love ska.
It's been really nice. I was out for a mate's birthday on Saturday, and I had a catch up with like some people I hadn't seen in a while, and they all come up like, "Oh, I've listened to your song. I've listened to Riverswimmin. It's mint. It's great." So it's a really nice feeling when, like, you know, like people that you haven't even told about the song have already heard it, which is just brilliant.
Yeah, sure. And kind of like as a band, and you're saying to come on to maybe the other releases in a bit, but did you have, you've said there about like behind the scenes work that you've been getting up to, did you then have like you know, like a specific sort of like aim or sort of target that you really wanted to try and hit with this first single?
Not with this first single, but not with this first. With we always set like 6 monthly goals or so, and yearly goals. Like with those kinds of people, like, you know, that's where we want to be. With this one, it was genuinely, and one of the goals for this year was get one song hit 10K streams.
Yeah.
And so when I woke up, we do everything, you know, ourselves. We're DIY to the core, indie to the core.
Yeah.
We've done all the legwork. We learned from our previous releases. We got our email list out. We got the word out beforehand, built a bit of hype. And I just remember waking up on Monday, and then I looked when it had released, and it's like, oh, it's still under 1,000. I just woke up one Monday, and it's like, shit. Sorry, I did not have to swear. 3,000.
It's too late now. It's fine.
3,500. Like, that seems to have happened overnight, and then it just kept going up, and that feeling. So yeah, that our goal for the year was to hit 10K streams. You never know. We did it with the first one. We're still pushing it.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. But yeah. So yeah, just a happy surprise that people seem to be enjoying it.
Yeah.
I must say, though, I think the next one's a gold mine.
We'll get to that.
Okay, That's going to come on to that in a bit now. Okay, right. So I'm just going to, we've done that. We're just going to go back. I think it was like about June time, roughly. Obviously, your debut EP came out, the Riot Act. Fantastic EP. I really enjoyed it. You know, when I first heard it, and in the build up to this, I've been giving it a few more listens as well, and sort of thinking, yeah, do you know what? It confirmed what I first thought. And I believe that you recorded that with Luke Owens, who's obviously out of the band called Shade, for those that don't know. So was that like the first time that you've worked with him? How was that experience, you know, recording an EP? Because that was kind of like your first release as a band in, well, it must have been, about 18 months, 2 years, I think, roughly. I think I've got that right.
Yeah, so I mean, we'd worked with Luke before. I mean, you knew Luke, didn't you? Yeah. So Johnny knew Luke before. Full band even formed. So he was the first.
We formed at a Shade gig.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, us three met at one.
Right.
Yeah. So we met going to a Shade gig, like pre-planned.
Pre-planned, yeah.
We met Johnny.
Yeah.
So we recorded some songs with him in the summer of 2022. And he was the first one we recorded with. So we recorded all the songs up until Riverswimmin with Luke.
Yeah.
It was a case of I write a lot of songs, and we just had this material. And Luke, we'd done 2 singles, and did Tom and Empress Road.
Yeah.
They're very old songs for us. Like those were written. So I'm 27 now. Tom, I wrote when I was 20. Empress Row, probably about the same kind of time.
They were Southampton songs.
They were Southampton songs. They're really old songs. The Riot Act, with that, we were like, screw it, we got so many songs, we just do an EP. And the Riot Act's the one that was written in Manchester. Whilst I was watching, we were watching, This Feeling do the show at the Bread Shed.
Yes, yeah.
For the up and coming, we were watching that one year and just decided the Riot Act. It just popped into my head. It took me months to write. All the Bombs, that was an old classic, but we had to have that in. Relentless was written in Manchester. And my personal favourite, Electric Sunrise, was a completely different song.
Right.
So it was originally, it had, once again, sorry to swear, it had shit lyrics, the original version. I wrote it in 20 minutes. I'd written this riff, 2 chords, and we'd done a demo back in Southampton with Welsh Factory. But Johnny McGill had heard the demo and was like, "Oh, it's sick." And like, the lyrics is shit. You can't do. So we tried to do it, and we loop the music, like the mix and everything. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was perfect. And I rang him up and I went, "Look, the lyrics are shit, but this song, like, you've knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Can you just send me the music? I want to sit down and just rewrite this." And so he sent it to me. Went back in the next week. We did it with the new lyrics, and that's how we got Electric Sunrise out. So yeah, that Luke's been instrumental, I will say, in kind of guiding us. We've now moved. We're still good mates. We're now moving on.
We've not told him the story about the piano on that song.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry about this. There's one other. We've not released this. We did do a version of the other song with the shit lyrics. We've not released it. Maybe one day we will. But there's a piano on it, and it's the same piano that was used by Stereophonics on Handbags and the Cloud Rags, as played by Jules Holland. So maybe one day, if we hit 50K streams this year, we'll drop. It's called Bullets in the Washing Machine.
Bullets in the washing machine, man.
Bullets in the washing machine.
Right. I'm going to call upon my large family then to get that 50,000 streams in. But and kind of like, then you've touched a little bit on the sort of the recording process a little bit. Are you, Callum, are you quite precious in terms of, right, I've written the lyrics, I've got the melody of the song, this is how the song's going to sound? Or are you saying, like Jamie or Johnny or whoever, can you, do what it is that you need to do to make that song like what we get to hear the final?
Some and some, but some up there, like, I could be a bit fewer, kind of. But honestly, Johnny Brewster, I've never, he knows how to play the bass. I've never, Jamie, you get them rhythm parts down, and Johnny. Everyone, thing is, we all like to expect with the band motto is we improvise. I come in with the song. Sometimes me and Johnny will sit down. I'll show him the melody and be like, "I want to do it like this. I want to do it like this." In fact, Electric Sunrise is a perfect example. Lyrics I'm normally quite touchy over because they're, lyrics are personal stuff. But I remember I played Johnny Electric Sunrise and he's like, "That's perfect, but change." Can't remember what the words were, but he said just change those 2 words and it goes from quite a depressing song to quite an uplifting song.
Yeah.
And I was there like, "Oh, you bastard."
It went from crying in the shower to sitting with some beers on the beach,
Electric Sunrise, it's going to be all right. Yeah.
Callum always airs towards the cry in the shower, so it's sometimes he needs someone to pull him back towards the beach.
Well, I've got no hair, so I've got to be
I'll share your pain there, buddy. So kind of like then for you as a band, what then like keeps you guys motivated to keep, releasing new music, writing and recording? what is it that, you know, what, like, I guess like a buzz, I suppose. What is it that does it for you?
It's a drug, man. You just want more and more,
Yeah.
and it's what we enjoy doing,
Yeah.
and it's fun. And if it wasn't fun, we wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, first and foremost, it started out as a hobby, and you know, you've got to treat it as such, because otherwise you'll stop enjoying it. So there's that enjoyment of just going into the practice room and just playing. It's great, but then also playing live. Once you start doing that a lot, it is a drug, and you want to just keep going bigger and bigger and better and better. You know, bigger crowds, better venues, and once you've done it and you get off stage, all you want to do is get back on the stage the next day. So you know, that kind of drives you towards putting all the time and the effort in. On all that time after work, you know, because we still work and all that.
Oh, yeah,
Full-time jobs, but you know, that's what drives you on to doing it in the evening, you know, and powering through your weekends and traveling down to like Southampton to do a gig, and then traveling back the next day. You know, it's
We done London in a day once.
Yeah, without a wing mirror, but with a wing. So Lee, I woke up in the morning. These guys woke me up because I was driving down, so they let me sleep in for 50. And I remember Johnny.
I'll get
I got some news for you. I'm like, what? Like, someone's knocked your wing mirror off during the night. I'm like, oh. I went down. I was like, oh, they have to know. They have to know. But I was like, right, I've got to drive to. Well, I had to drive to Luton. Drove to Luton. We were going to stay there, but we sat that off anyway. Long story short, I'm like, right, we just got to pray there's no police till we hit a service station. I'll buy a mirror in a service station, and then literally I had electric tape in the back of my car. I bought a blind spot mirror, just taped it on, and was like, right, we carry on. We played the gig, great time. But as you said it,
when we tell you we improvise, that's what we do.
Yeah. It's better than my story. I got the train and stayed at the Travelodge. Well, it's not as good a story. It's not as good a story. It was a good. It was a good gig though. It was a good gig.
We got stuck on the M1, and you know when the traffic literally doesn't move, people get out their cars.
Yeah,
it was one of them situations.
It was after 3 in the morning.
The moment I knew we were moving was when I just saw someone sprinting past, and like, we're off.
So we're looking for a sponsorship from Monster.
Brilliant. Well, we'll tag them in this episode, and we'll see what we can do.
It's the buzz. That's why we do this. It's the buzz. We all feel,
and it's creating a beautiful friendship as well. Like
we're all we're all from pretty different back. I mean, Jamie and Johnny knew each other growing up, but we're all from pretty different backgrounds. We all have fairly different.
Speak for yourself. You're the only West Ham fan.
There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Well, just remind us, where are you in the league? We'll get that in there.
When they win against us, the group chat lights up with them guys giving it to me. When we win against them, I show some class. I say nothing. I just go into the next rehearsal.
Shot that.
I had a shitter, didn't you? That's all that needs to be said. That's all that needs to be said. We carry on. We move forward.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more there. So just we will come on to football.
Genius.
Absolutely.
Well, next Sunday, isn't it? United West Ham.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Oh, well, this will be interesting for your group chat. Then we'll get some predictions on that.
Well, for the people watching in a couple of weeks' time, commiserations and Mark and Callum. You know, you guys put in a valiant effort. Anthony hat-trick. Who'd have seen that coming?
Nor did he. That's the worry.
This is the music 100.
Brilliant. So when just go obviously onto the music still, when you look back on like 2023, was there like anything in particular that, you know, was like a personal highlight, either, you know, I guess like a gig or something, or, you know, maybe the EP coming out that you know, as a band that you sort of like had on like a bucket list, you know, either personally from a band perspective, that, you know, that you really wanted
Go on, Jamie.
A personal one for me was Northfest. Like, even though just a little festival, but just getting up on a stage at a festival and like playing in front of people, like and you know, like it goes from chucking it down to like sunny every 20 minutes, like on and off. And 1 minute you're like, you know, trying to throw all your amps and stuff under the back of the stage. Next minute you're like, all right, I'm boiling, like taking your shirt off and that. But like, yeah, just playing a festival for me was something that I'd always wanted to do, and we got to do it, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, that was a very special day for me because obviously I got to play in front of Imelda.
Yeah.
When she passed and that, so it was. Yeah, I'd go with what Jamie said. It was a top day, and it was on our doorstep as well, Jamie.
Yeah,
Right.
it's good. And your dad took like the boys round like to the side of the stage to come and have a look at us and stuff.
Yeah, it was a special day, man.
It was really nice.
Oh yeah, for me, I mean, it'd definitely be the Gulliver's headline gig we had that was pretty packed out. You know, I'm packing out Gulliver's and then people singing along to the tunes. That was when it was like actually people are listening to us and taking some notice here. And there's, you know, big crowds coming along. People you don't know, which is always a big important step when you're an up and coming band, is like not just having people that you know coming along to your gigs, but packing somewhere out with people who've just bought tickets off their own back without knowing you.
And like a lot of them knew the words as well.
Yeah,
which like made so much difference.
Knowing the words and like Riot Act, especially, it really popped off, and everyone was jumping and chanting the songs and knew the song, all the lyrics of the song.
Yeah,
and yeah, that was so nice to feed off that, and that was the first real taste of us. You know, when it comes to a gig and having a big crowd there who are our fans who know us and know the tunes.
I promise you want all family members.
Johnny stole my one because I was going to say the Gulliver's headline show with Pentatonic, but I'll go with the release of the EP and just getting that done, getting that out, because those 4 songs on there are very special to me. Very special to me. So yeah, that's my one.
Yeah.
All emotional at the end.
Brilliant. Well, there's obviously some fantastic memories in there for all of you by the sounds of it. But that actually, as you just mentioned, Gulliver's, that actually brings you on quite nicely to the next question, because you're obviously going to be going back there on the 2nd of March. Obviously, for those that haven't seen a Concrete Club live yet, what can they expect from your show?
Absolute carnage.
Energy, yeah. just energy. It's like
we come out, we punch you in the face.
We're in your face for however long we're playing, half an hour, 45 an hour. It doesn't matter how long we're playing for. We're in your face from start to finish.
Yeah.
We'll get you going. We'll get people bouncing. You know, it's not about standing around and playing our instruments with glum faces. You know,
we want you to walk out that gig thinking, "What fucking cheese sandwich was that?"
I think the best thing I've ever.
Oh, brilliant.
I wear a hat on stage, so I do the full Clark Kent. When I come off, I take my hat off, and so I can hear. People don't recognise me. I don't wear my glasses either. But then, and so you hear people's honest opinions. And I think the best one I heard was, "Oh, it was really good. They were really loud."
Thank you. Yeah,
thank you very much. That's all we ever wanted to be.
Brilliant.
Good. That was loud. Yeah.
If the girlfriend throws up in her handbag, then we've done a good job.
Oh, brilliant. So, Jamie, you just mentioned there about playing Northfest last year. So have you guys, I know we're still a few months away, but obviously there's been a few festivals that have started announcing their lineup. So are you looking towards festivals for the summer, or have you found it's been quite difficult for you guys maybe to get on the bill because, you know, not being on?
Well, we're doing applications at the moment. We're waiting to hear back from a lot of them. You know, a lot of them don't come back for a couple of months or so. But we've been firing off a lot of applications, and we'll just have to see, to be honest. It's a goal of ours to get on some decent festivals this year. It's just, I mean, it's difficult to get, you know, they don't just get handed to you. So, but we've put ourselves in good stead with this song release.
Yeah.
With the monthly listeners been up and like the song doing well. When you go and put an application in the checkout on Spotify, that looks pretty good now. So I'm quietly confident.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to shut the door.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed that you do.
We're going from the Bernard Manning's Club to Broadway.
Brilliant. So look, well, fingers crossed that it happens, because I guess that's the, you were just saying there about the, the streams and all of that. That will obviously hopefully help that obviously increase as well by getting onto those bills. And again, it's obviously a bit of a, I guess, like a bucket list moment as well for bands to try and achieve. Now, obviously, we have already kind of like mentioned this a little bit. Obviously, we know that we're all football fans. So I'm going to come to you first, Callum, on this, because you're the same as me. You are a West Ham fan. So Moyes in, Moyes out. What do you think?
Moyes a bloody hero. It's a festival. Right.
Get him on the soapbox.
We'll have him back at Old Trafford cleaning the car park.
Oh, bloody hell. What was the manager we had when we had Dimitri?
Bilic.
Yeah, Bilic. When he went, we had thingy come in. It wasn't Ancelotti. It was one of them.
Moyes and then Pellegrini, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was Pellegrini, but then Moyes comes in, saves us, and then goes. They get someone else in. We're fucking it up. Pardon my French. And then Moyes comes back, saves us again, won us a European trophy. I know it's Mickey Mouse, but come on, I haven't seen West Ham win anything in my lifetime. Have you? Exactly. We are not all old enough to have seen West Ham win the World Cup in 1966. So I am Moyes in. That's where you say?
Yeah, no, I'm in. I'm all in for Moyes. I haven't got a problem with him at all. Yeah, I like him. He's building something, and long may it continue.
105 million for Declan Rice. He must,
Yeah,
he should negotiate.
Yeah, no, definitely. And Phillips, Calvin Phillips, also we just got him in on loan. Happy with that?
And Kudus from Ajax.
Yes, yeah. I think. Yeah, go on. No, go on.
I think that's an underrated signing. There were some big signings last summer, and there are a lot of Ajax players that went out last summer, but we got him, and he's doing bits.
Do you reckon Calvin Phillips comes with a free blanket?
Speaking of Ajax players, we ended up with Anthony for 80 million.
Yeah. Who did the better business?
Yeah.
And obviously the rest of your lads, your Man United supporters, is King Eric, who some of you might want to call him up there? I don't know. Is he the right man for you?
Yeah, I'll just give him time. It's like we've not given any managers time recently. I mean, the team's in shambles, and it's not the manager. It's partially the players, and then it's partially the fact that we don't have a board that know what they're doing. But if we're going down in the right direction now, which I don't know if we are with Ineos, but if we are, then you've got to keep Ten Hag, because what's the other option?
We'll get Big Sam in to the end of the season.
Yeah, get the relegation scrap, which is on good as possible. We're just lucky that Everton have got docked 10 points and might be getting docked another one. That's another team we don't have to battle with for relegation.
So is that the limit of the expectation then for this season, not to get dragged into a relegation battle then?
How funny would that be?
I still think we can win the FA Cup.
You guys spent how many years winning Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues, every bloody cup we're in?
I'll take
You're having a few bad years, and it's all the world's ending. Like my dreams, they fade and die, is what we say. So it's glory, Man United for you guys. Oh my God, this is my life. Everyone's called Johnny They all support Man United. That's support Man United.
Your birthday tour at Old Trafford's cancelled.
I'm actually going to sick.
Brilliant, great stuff. So obviously here at This Is The Music, I like to shine a light on rising bands and artists that are obviously trying to make their way on the new music indie scene. So kind of like for you boys, what bands or artists have you been checking out over the last 12 months or so?
Johnny, do you want to
Yeah, there's a band called Wonder Horse that I'm quite into.
Yeah.
I like their material. It's something a bit different.
Yeah.
But it varies day to day for me.
Are we talking like small? Are we talking like small bands like us, or are we talking who am I listening to when I'm writing, kind of? Because that's two very different.
I'd probably say like the unsigned,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
underground type of thing.
A good one I saw recently at the castle was a band called Nature TV. They're very good live. They've got a very good guitarist, a very good singer. And I saw them live, and it was a tiny little castle gig, packed out. And they were fantastic.
Yeah.
Really recommend checking them out.
Obviously, we've got to shout out Shay because we do love Luke.
I'm quite pally with a band from the Midlands called The Assist. I don't know if you've had them on before.
Yeah, we had Mikey on. Yeah, I think last year. Clearly, it would have been last year now. We haven't been. Yeah.
Another one from the Midlands, mate, with Johnny Chant. They're an upcoming band. Manchester's incredible at the moment, mate. Like, there's three kind of scenes going on that it's seen. There's like the uni scene, the kind of art scene, and the indie scene, and they all seem to just be.
And then there's also our own category.
There's us that kind of flickers between the three. We'll play anywhere, do anything, but
we're better than a lot.
Brilliant, love that.
Those three scenes, it just feels like there's just so many good bands coming up.
Who's to say we're not a metal EP?
And how about you, Jamie? Who are you listening to at the minute?
Mate of me dad's has got a band going called The Institutes, Coventry lads.
Yeah,
so we played FC United last year, and we ended up getting on that because I'd been to see like The Institutes open at FC United, like met them, like really nice lads, some really good tunes, and then end up having a bit of a chit chat, and then we ended up playing there as well. So the Institutes are good lads, Coventry boys, and they've got some good tunes out as well. So
yeah, excellent. Some great recommendations there. And I must say, I'm a massive fan of the Assist and the Institutes as well. So good to hear that we've got similar tastes, I guess. But what I just want to do now is just throw some sort of quick fire-ish questions at you now. So the first one is what band or solo artist were your biggest influence when you were growing up, and are they still an influence on you today?
I'll go first. New Order / Joy Division. I count them as a continuation of each other, and yes, they do. Yes, they are. And Peter Hook and the Lights, great. They're all one thing.
I wouldn't like saying that.
I love Peter.
For me, it's everyone knows it's David Bowie. We've got a David Bowie shrine in our kitchen. I've been listening to him since I was literally the eye to a grasshopper. I still listen to him. He's still my number one artist every year because it's just such a plethora of music and so many influences you can draw on just through him. He's influenced me just my whole life.
First ever CD I bought was a Good Charlotte CD, and I was obsessed with it. But I started playing it to the lads on the street, and I got some stick. So I was introduced to 50 Cent at a young age, and my dad wouldn't let me listen to it, but I still managed to find a way of burning a copy off. And I just come fixated with hip hop. I'd say hip hop was my first love for music.
Yeah.
And then when I seen a live band, that was it for me. I was like, I want to learn an instrument and get into it.
Yeah, sure. And Jamie, how about you?
Well, I mean, my all-time favorite band is probably the Black Keys. Like, people have asked me this, and I've said like just from the back catalogue and range that they've got, and the fact that there's like the music they can make with only like 2 people in the band is like incredible. So yeah, really big fan of the Black Keys. More locally, I really like Cortinas.
Yeah.
The first CD I ever bought was Eminem Curtain Call. Funnily enough, which is
You allowed to listen to it?
one of these things is not like the other. But yeah, so bit of a range of music influences.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, some great influences in there for all of you. So if you guys could only listen to 3 albums for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
Quick fire. Quick fire.
Oh,
I could write an essay.
Young Americans. What Led Zeppelin 2 and Highway to Hell. My 3 albums.
I'm probably going to say Led Zeppelin 2, Illmatic, and I'm going to go with something a bit different. Maybe 10 by Pearl Jam. I love that album.
Ooh, right.
Our
nice,
Corruption
yeah.
of Lies. Disintegration. Come back to me for a third one. There's so many. Oh, Abbey Road.
Oh,
Nice.
There you go. There you go.
Nice.
2 really quite gothy ones, and the Beatles. Yeah, that's me.
I'm going to give a diplomatic answer. I'll take one off each of the lads' top 3.
Oh,
Brilliant.
I'll
Great.
trust the process.
Ten
So the next question is, you're allowed to see one final song from your favourite artist in your favourite venue. Who are you choosing?
wow.
Floored ya.
Dead or alive?
Yeah, dead or alive, yeah. Generally doesn't matter.
Oh, no, that's carnage.
Easy E, real motherfucking G's.
All right, I got mine. Yeah, Hendrix, Little Wing at Woodstock.
Oh, nice. Like that.
I know the venue. There's 2 venues. I'm going to give 2. I'm going to give you 2 answers because this is cruel. First one would be to see the Beatles at Ali Pali because I love Ali Pali and it's the Beatles. Number 2 would be to see Joy Division at Jackson's Pit in Oldham.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I know. Joy Division, Jackson's Pit in Oldham. You and 30 other people, and maybe the Sex Pistols gig that everyone was at. But you see, you kind of worms.
I mean, I'd love to have seen Pink Floyd in
yeah,
like doing comfortably at Pompeii, that sort of thing. That would have been outrageous.
Oh, it's great. My dad's got that on DVD. He still watches it once a year. The live at Pompeii.
Oh yeah,
Brilliant.
Yeah, sure. Okay, right. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this next question, but we'll try it. We'll see what we can come up with. Describe one other band member in 3 words. So I'm not sure who wants to describe who here. So
I'll go first. Oh, Callum.
Yeah.
Bald. Beautiful. I think I'm going to be.
Yeah, I think you
Bastard.
Constant your vocabulary there, aren't you?
he's gone for the 3 Bs.
Bald, beautiful bastard.
Does it have to be like alliteration?
No.
Yeah, all right then. Yeah, let's go for Delph. It's resting teacher face.
I could say for Johnny, just out of control.
Yeah.
For Jamie, our rotten soldier.
Oh, yeah. I good time ball.
Oh, good time, boy. We all got one. Do you get one?
I don't want
Have
one.
we got one?
No, don't.
Oh, Diva with Morrissey. There you go.
Oh, I got heckled the other day by a Scotsman who shouted at me at the bar. And he's like, "Oh, that's a hell of a quiff you got there, lad. It's a very modesty quiff." And I was like, I've got a haircut tomorrow.
I'd have a quiff. I'd have a silver quiff.
Silver quiff, brilliant.
Hey, silver.
So, what member of Concrete Club is always late, be it band socials, rehearsals, sound checks? Who is the most unreliable band member?
Oh, come on, man.
No. Last time in parking fines and you were still late.
My attendance has been a lot. It's you.
How many rehearsals have I have never missed? I'm the only one that's never missed anything.
You've started something now, man. How many sets of
Well, my excuse is I'm a drummer.
how many sets of drumsticks do you own right now? How many sets of drumsticks do you own right now?
One.
How many have you lost in the past few months?
Right, okay. At the last gig.
Right, I've just
He lost 10 pairs at the last gig.
I've just gone to the toilet.
But we love him. But we love him. He's just a drummer. He's just a drummer.
Number 60 will be in the top seat next week.
Drummer does it.
There's not fighting coming late. Anyway.
That's it. So what then are the plans then for Concrete Club for the rest of 2024?
Well, we've got we've got 3 songs that we're recording, finishing one at the minute. Got 2 finished, so they'll be coming out and they'll amalgamate into an EP with Riverswimmin around summer, I think. Yeah. And yeah, then just a bunch of gigs. So we've got a headline gig on the 30th of March at 33 Oldham Street. Wow. And then we've got another headline gig on the 7th of June. Where's that one? The Lodge in Devon. And then a bunch of support gigs that I don't actually know the venue.
I can't remember the dates.
The dates or the venues. But yeah, a bunch of support gigs. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll see them. You know, we'll be posting all about them. And then, yeah, and then I don't know, so that's the first half. Second half, PBC remains to be seen, doesn't it?
We do it in 6 months, Mark. We do it. We got these songs coming up, and like the Riverswimmin. I love Riverswimmin. They're all like children to me, these songs. But the next 3 coming up are we just got the master back for the next one. I think it's safe to say we're all really excited.
Yeah,
it sounds big. It's you know it's a bit anthemic. It's got that grit, and then it's got the bass is beautiful. Everything's come together on it, so I'm really excited. But that's all going to happen in the first 6 months of this year, because we're planning the next EP, Mark. Like after that, we're thinking, right. So after we've done all these recordings, we want to carry on recording with Dean. Shout out to Dean and Vibe Studios, great guy. He's been really helpful with us. We want to carry on and do some more because we've got more material. Ultimately, we want to get
2025 stadium tour, really, isn't it?
No,
Wembley.
To get that big venue, you know, an academy, an O2 academy, a Rick, you know, we want to support.
Aim higher.
Aim high. And then Wembley 25, I think we'll do highest selling album of 2026, and then all break up to be each other.
Yeah,
is the long-term plan.
Because Johnny can't look after his drumstick.
Yeah.
By that point, he'll have a drum machine in place.
The drumstick that broke the band's back.
The legendary score where we all had a different bus.
Until the dough runs out and we reunite to play like Eaton Park in 2030 or something.
Yeah, but no, so that's so the first 6 months, Mark, we've got these songs, and yeah, really, if people listening, please follow a band on Spotify. These are going to be massive. These next coming songs. After that, we've got the gigs all lined up. The next 6 months, and the universe has a way of working for us. We once had a conversation where we're like, we really need to do a music video. And then 2 days later, Johnny McGill was like, oh, my dad's met a guy whose son's doing a course at uni. He wants to do a music video for us. So we literally sit down and go, right, what are we going to get for the next 6 months? And this year's going to be big. This year's going to be big. I'll say that. I know everyone says that and it's cliche, but I mean it.
Brilliant. Well, it certainly sounds like it's going to be a very, very exciting time for you guys, and I have to say that I am really looking forward to seeing what you have got coming up. You know, singles and the gigs as well, where you end up playing and everything. Because you know it does sound really, really exciting for you. But Johnny B, Callum, Jamie, and Johnny M. Unfortunately, that is the end of the This Is the Music Meets podcast. Thanks very much for coming on. I have not stopped laughing from the first minute of this podcast to the very end. So thank you all very much for that.
It's been great. Cheers for having us.
Thank you so much.
It's been great.
We're on at the Frog and Bucket next week.
But just before I do let you go, you have kind of hinted it a little bit there. But can you just let the This Is the Music listeners know the social media platforms that they can find Concrete Club on?
Yeah, so Concrete Club MCR on Instagram and Twitter, Concrete Club on Facebook, Concrete Club TV, CCTV on TikTok, and just Concrete Club on Spotify, and go and give us a follow and all those. Keep up to date. We do post different things on each one as well, so it's not the same thing throughout. So yeah, give us a follow on all of them.
Brilliant, great stuff. We will put those links in the we'll put those links in the episode bio for you as well, as long as with the link to Riverswimmin as well, which you haven't heard is a fantastic song. And as I say, I'm really looking forward to seeing your plans for 2024. As I say, they do sound very, very exciting for Concrete Club. As I say, once again, thanks very much for coming on. I've really, really enjoyed that. It was great. Thanks very much.
Nice one.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
See you in a bit. What's up?
See you in a bit. Have a great evening.
And all that leaves me to say is to thank everyone for tuning in to the latest This Is the Music Meets podcast. Please subscribe so you never miss out on any future episodes. And if you're enjoying the podcast, then please leave a comment and a little rating, as it really does help us beat the Spotify and YouTube algorithms. And it helps, more importantly, the bands and artists we interview to be discovered. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you very, very soon for another episode of the This Is the Music Meets podcast.